Yeah. In fact, what I can do, in your individual writing folder, I create a little assessment folder. Just put it there. Yep, is it there?
You know what? It's okay.
Yep, no worries. Okay, cool. Let's have a look at this. So ready, this is going to be roughly around probably 100 words actually. So something huddle. Something huddle, do I say? And then we'll do some creative liberty, go like this.
I can put it in a card.
Yeah. Yep, okay. Before looking to a phantom text or call. Okay, slumped and huddled, bent double on his back. Man lay on carpet bed, begging for release. He's lost it all. Men and women and children, too busy with work and stocks and with the dinners ready to notice as her eyes glazed over his twisted shape and hair before looking to a phantom text or call they ignored 2 days ago. Before. Okay, so we set the scene, right? Poverty, a certain amount of despair, whatnot. Talking about clearly morality and class. How do we expand upon that?
Okay. So we have to like build up. I think the main point that we get to right is that one person will calculate and people have different opinions on it.
Sure, absolutely.
So we have to introduce someone who's like has a completely different morality.
Uh-huh.
Not modern.
Yeah.
So like they think completely differently, not I should avoid looking for how to like calculate how to do this.
Yeah.
And then kind of just his thought process as he goes on with the guy and how everyone else kind of shifts as they notice that too.
Yeah, I think that works very well. So then let's have. I think about this because, in a sense, it actually may be better to go the opposite way. Because remember, modernism, and as you probably see from all the texts you've read, is quite dark and depressing because it's working against hopefulness and optimism very slow Victorian England and whatnot, right? So in that case, then I think we actually we can go a bit. We can show that someone's trying to help. We have the rest of people criticize it, right? And that kind of shows like a changing cynicalism in society that then affects and becomes a key message. In fact, I like it right now as a comment. Society changing, cynicalism, something like that. Yep. Actually, I have right here. Shifting moral paradigm. Removes ignorance and cynicalism. Yeah. Does that make sense? Okay. So, how do we go from there? Well, I say the way we go for it. Why don't we introduce a first person perspective here? Right? So like, reach out a hand and toss silver. Right? It falls, it arcs to the ground, it drops to the ground. It falls to cargo. Falls to its cargo state. Soft, petty thud. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7. So doing septets. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 10. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right. How do you feel about that stanza? And again, please change anything that you do not like, right? Because again, you have to write this out correct. So that means that's best for it to be in your own language because you will remember that better than my own language. Right. What do you think so far?
I think it's good. This is a little bit slow.
So let's pick up the pace. So here's what I think you can do. So we just described him giving some money. Now let's have like a torrent of hateful opinions come from that, right? As if the entire city has stopped in motion just to stir up this one act of charity. and that's attacking it. Make sense? And the way you make it fast, apostrophes, lack of grammar, completely abandoned syntax, so it sounds suffocated and drawn out, as to make your readers feel suffocated and drawn out, because that's how it feels to fight against such negativity. Going all right? $7:30, so you guys have about 40 minutes, okay?
Okay.
Yeah. Alright. So, do you know what a staff is stands on, or would you like a suggestion? Okay. I think start off with describing the silence of it.
How do you stop paragraphs? I don't know how to stop it. I'm not gonna carry on.
Start them however you want to.
What do you think about?
Well, when I'm writing poetry, like this in particular, the way that I start off, thank you. The way that I start off is I usually try to have, I guess, like an idea or a theme stanza. So that way there's like some thematic consistency. Right? So the first one's clearly about the wretched poverty that this person's facing. The second one is his demonstration of kindness. Now, I think the rest of the ones you have, because this already is, I'm guessing around 150 words, sorry, 130 words. The rest of them I think should be alternating just destructive opinions. Because you want to make the positive seem overwhelmed by the negative to show that growing cynicism in society. Awesome. Okay, so I'll give an example here. The whole world went under it. Right. And then here's some text for Same City and the businessman, and just trying to think of what to say here. And Stevens. Have a drive here. And Stevens. Okay. Wall Street went inert. Silence rang in my ears as cars stopped billowing smoke, and phones died mid-ring, and businessmen and students and betrayers, children, officers, realtors were suspended in action. Their eyes, red and glistening, eyeing the single silver coin, then me, then the man, then the coin again. So you see how we use of brown in this case, be it the lack of it perhaps, as well as the abundance of it through the listing, creates that tension, of that speed. If you want to create that suffocating sense of overwhelming negativity, try and replicate it like this. Right? How do you feel about that third stanza? Again, change whatever you don't like. Because already we're at, I think roughly 200 words, 180-ish.
That's good. And I think still harshly enough.
I say probably finish like two more stanzas. Yeah, one about negativity and one about conclusion. Okay? And even though we may have some time as well to talk about sleep and attention. But here's the thing, I want you to write these last two ones, okay? Purely because, like, again, you need to know this stuff when you want to write, like, your actual 1B assessment.
So what do we have to do in the next 2 sentences to house the story ending?
Yep. I think, well, this is my suggestion, but the second to last stanza, that one should be all responses people say. So it could be like in like actual quotation marks, like it could be from their heads, their perspectives and whatnot. And it's criticizing their generosity. And things you can do, for example, like, people say like to pull yourself from the bootstraps and whatnot. It could be that type of argument. It could be like general assertions, maybe comments about how the person looks. The entire point to show that there is a lack of kindness in this environment. Maybe the idea of like save yourself, why do you spend the money yourself, take care of yourself, whatnot. A suffocating sense of selfishness is what I think you should look for. And then the last one could be how your character, as the first person, responds. Probably emotionally broken or crippled by that experience. Maybe it goes as far as taking away the coin, right? And it shows them like literally shows them retracting their generosity because of social pressures.
Well,
So 40, you guys have 30 minutes, okay?
what do you want to do? Because I think for this last two, we could either have there's a couple of ways we could do it. I could do it kind of like the vibe like influenced by his perspective of what people are saying to him.
Mhm.
So like he's hearing these things about him and next is like third person half hearing.
Yeah.
Or it could be there other people what they are thinking about him personally without actually saying it to him. And then how he and also how he takes out and acts
Mm.
from his point of view.
Yeah.
For this third person.
I think a good way to do this is my suggestion. Again, do whatever you want, but I think that maybe have it in a bit of a weird way where it's just like a dialogue or a monologue in some sense.
Okay.
So it's not even here like I hear this, but it's just in quotation marks the entire stanza. And it's just converging amalgamated voices all screaming at him to stop. Right? So I keep saying him because first person persona and whatnot, but screaming at them to stop. Does that make sense? just as a comment right now, because we have looked a lot about thematic concerns, I think we should probably go for the second one, just like do quick shift, because it looks like we're more making a comment about society, which I think relates a lot to the brokenness and isolation that T.S. Eliot explores in The Wasteland, right? And so you can use them as the link in that case.
What do you put in quotation marks? Like, what would people say? Like, it can't be very basic, like, oh, why did he do that? That's so selfless. It has to be very saying that
Organic.
without saying it.
I'll give some examples. Am I allowed to swear? Probably not, right?
Okay. I mean, it depends.
I mean, I like it when they allow you to swear.
Like,
Not because I like swearing, just because it's
yeah, but like,
good for describing things, yeah.
it's not that. It's not terrible. It's
Okay, I'm trying not to swear just to make it a bit more palatable, but. Yeah,
Are we allowed to swear in that article?
sorry?
Are we allowed to swear in that article?
No, so that's an analytical article, not creative text.
Okay.
So please don't swear, okay? I think you can be explicit in this case because you're trying to showcase overwhelming hatred. And there's no real subtle way to show that, is there? Right?
yeah.
So give some examples. Police over bishops, why waste so much silver, falling force, dirty hobo, and whatnot. So things like that. What else can I say? One like more subtle things. What you can do, maybe you don't even need to just have, because you want to feel the immediacy you get by listing a lot of things at once, right? So maybe not even just have the actual phrases, but the actual words in them. It's like, I'll put like as a description, for example. It was a torrent of sound, an immutable cacophony. It bursts in many drums. Immutable cacophony of amalgamating voices. Let's look at hate, 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 bootstrap, bootstrap, waste, handbrake. And then you continue listing it out, right? And then what happens is that the insinuations come from the words itself instead of you having to literally say it out loud. Make sense? If you're going to use this, and just like continue adding. checking which section of the wasteland did you read in particular?
Oh, okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's actually quite impressive. Yeah,
No.
yeah. Okay, that's actually really good because it means we can talk about everything there.
But I don't remember.
That's okay.
Really.
Yes, that's fair enough. Did you talk about the symbolism of it?
I think we moved on really quickly from that this time. We did it for like 3 days and we quickly jumped to the lighthouse.
Okay.
I think. What was that? It was like.
Because I have that because you're talking about society becoming charitable and spiteful and mean. Compare that to Eliot's commentary on the brokenness and isolation of modern life. And that's a dramatic link you make, and you can probably write that for first words. So whilst you focus on your poem, I'm going to quickly write down what you can write for your commentary. Okay. And by the way, guys, you have about 15 minutes left. Okay. Just write down what you can. Okay. You don't need to finish it today at all. In fact, really all you need to finish. I'll work it out, but an introduction and half body paragraph, I'll be more than happy with that. Right? Like 10 minutes left. No better than the
Oh no, I have something.
errors. Let's go do this one together. I don't think end off with like I'm no better than any of them because that's quite explicit.
Mm.
Instead, I have the image of them submerging themselves into the crowd, so being absorbed by the negativity, right? It seems my place to watch just get around me, and I submerge myself within the sea of men, children, women, etc., etc. And you give me a nice power, you repeat the description you had beforehand, that you have become as callous and as ignorant as ever.
See, like, how people.
I think repeat by people because again, I can't. The repetition there, I think, is if we can really analyze. So, like for example, I'm gonna see if my people. I think I can like. If there's, I think you can keep if you want to, but like, and then It's like submit yourself, but then the CO, and then what's it formatting? Then moving the children to busy with work and stocks and readiness ready to notice the man on the street.
Oh,
And that can even be the title of your piece, The Man on the Street. Very good. I'm done. How do you feel? More confident about it? Okay. Let's go and talk about this. So you have 4 minutes left. Finish up whatever writing you have and whatnot. So, below, I've written a very basic reflective commentary. There's still like 40 words more to go when it comes to it. But when you write this one full sentences, you basically will fill it out regardless. But basically, these are the thematic links I think you can make. So, the main thing here is that you're replicating T.S. Eliot's theme of isolation and brokenness in society by taking a more class moral look at it. Instead of looking at spiritual and cultural brokenness and emptiness, you're looking at a lack of moral empathy, emotional detachment from literal suffering behind it in our hearts. So, I relate this to some parts of the poem. So, for example, the symbolism of coin is care and empathy, and compare that to the symbol of drought in the wasteland. The drought represents the lack of culture or spirituality, and this goes to the coin which you retract from the man, shows how you're retracting itself and whatnot. Shifting form and experimentation of line length and stanza and whatnot. That's seen in the wasteland, and in these cases, both poems are trying to show or represent broken systems, right? So the reason why yours broken is because you're trying to replicate Eliot's style and talk about a broken society. In this case, you talk about broken morality and moral failures, right? Similar lack of nature in both poems. Even when you do mention nature, it's about building smoke.
Yeah.
The entire idea, though, is that it's not about human nature, the detachment with Eliot. It's about your nature of empathy, right? And so in that case, both of them are attached, right? And finally, I talk about how you take Eliot's message even further. You don't say anything about like peace, 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 which some people use a resolution from or call to action. In this case, it's about the individual in your poem being drowned out by pessimism. And furthermore, I would say becoming the thing that he was fighting, that they were fighting against. The repetition again. Also shows how they become as callous and apathetic as a crowd in the end. Make sense? And if you take all those into account, that should help you plan, I think, a rather strong statement of attention. Make sense? All right, wow, we managed to get through both statement of attention and poem today. That's pretty good. Does that help?
yes, a lot.
Okay, good to know, good to know. All right, so we have about 1 minute left. How you guys go? Good? How much did you guys manage to finish? So, like, hands up if you finish introduction. Okay, good. Body paragraph 1. Oh, okay. Let's get you a hand up. Body paragraph 2. That's good. In fact, I'm actually really happy with that because, again, the standard was to finish half a body paragraph. So, yeah. And then on a scale of 1 to 5, 5 being really, really happy with it, 1 being not too happy with it, how would you rate yourselves with the quality of your essay? 4, 3, what?
Yeah,
3, 2, 3. Oh, awesome. Okay, that's actually really good. All right. So what I'll do, please write your names down on the papers, so both papers, because I like to see annotations if you've done any. And then just feel free to drop them in this folder. Also, don't just clipboard once you're done. Okay. And because you guys did so well with writing out today, we'll be no homework this week. All right. All right.
No homework.
No homework this week because you guys were successful today. All right then. In that case, then I'll see you all next week. Any questions? Any comments at all? Yeah.
Are you busy tomorrow? If I emailed you like another job, would you read
Yeah, sure. Okay, here we go.
On the paper, it says refer to assessment criteria on page 16, but there's no page 16.
Oh, that's because I took this from a sample BCog exam.
Ah,
Yep, so no worries, don't worry. Okay. Jeez, thank you. Yeah, no worries. Alright, so yeah, we're free to pack up and whatnot, and I'll see you guys next week. Yeah. And please just drop your essays in here. Well done, guys.
I'll write it down. It's like 3:02 because the finished at 3:05. No, I just had it on 1 minute per hour. What do you mean? So you can use it 1 minute. What?
Fiona needs to.
Oh, sorry.
You know, I'll just grab it. Mitchie, can you do me a favor, just pull up the blinds? Thanks, guys.
I just have like 2 hours. It's actually crazy. I think I'm gonna too much. So it's just 1 minute. I'm not on it all day, yeah? And I come home like 2 minutes and I'm on it for 5 minutes because I just got home and then they think that I'm on it all the time. This is too much for me.